morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Spreaker? What's up, Facebook? Man. We had a great day yesterday. I got some of that salad left, so we're gonna be eating some salad while we before and during and after the toast. Yep, there you go. There's that boss salad. There you go. Grown by the Warriors, the Gye-Nyame Journey, the Millennium Warriors, and Urban Gems. Look at that. All those is our babies. Look at that. Man, what a blessing, what a blessing. So, not only will we're going to get to do all four of the pillars of health, right? Breathe, drink, eat a culturally appropriate diet, and movement. Man, I mean, how I go down here, Jim Johnny? I just don't understand. All right, the salad dressing was a hit. Thank you, Miss Navita. Man, and so, all right, let's see what we got. We got Divine Conversations this morning, so I'm gonna get through this. Try to get up there, but you know lines. I'm gonna open the lines. Lines will be open. 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Discuss whatever's on your mind. If you had something yesterday that was said that you liked, that you want to bring up, or something that happened yesterday during the Marcus Garvey celebration that you enjoyed, by all means, feel free to share. Because I had a good time yesterday. Besides running in and out, the fish was the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Royalty put his foot in the fish. It was real good. So let me make sure people know that the lines are open. Call in 614-556-4535.
This call is being recorded.
All right, somebody on the line. Go on, express yourself.
What's going on, Sister Navita? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. That was you hooked up that salad dressing yesterday.
Okay, which one did you try?
I tried a little bit of all three. What I was able to do was squeeze up in there and sample all three. So I did one plate. I only got a little bit of the ranch. There was not a lot of the ranch left. So what I did was I was able to get some on some of the lettuce. You know, sticking the lettuce and doing around the jar. But both of them, all of them were good. You know, and people were complimenting it. So I think we got us a business.
What was your favorite one?
I like the sour, the strongest one. It was the dark. Well, the darker one was sweeter. I think it was the lighter one. I like the bold one. I like the vinaigrette. I like the vinaigrette. So, but since I ain't get an opportunity to sample the ranch, I'm not really a big ranch dude. I didn't know that you could actually make ranch at home. I thought it, you know what I'm saying? Since I'm not a big ranch dude, I really want to try the ranch though. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get a full plate of the ranch. I was able to get a full plate of the other ones, but I wasn't able to get a full plate of the ranch. So I definitely want to try that ranch because the ranch was the first one gone. The ranch,
it was.
The ranch was the first one gone. So, you know, since we able to do our own salad.
You gotta remind me, this is a kombucha salad. Salad dressing.
A kombucha base.
It's good for your gut.
There you go. So, you know, I'm gonna sit up here. I'm gonna finish up the rest of the salad. What I bought too much. I actually bought too much salad. You know what I'm saying? I bought too much salad and not enough fish. Good mistake to make, right?
Right.
Because you know they was chopping up that fish. Royalty did an excellent job on the fish yesterday. Brother Deshaun led it a probiotic dressing. That's right. A lot of people running around here talking about they need probiotics, and we got it. We got the probiotics for you. And we can teach you how to make it.
You know, did y'all, well, you asked the question about is there anything in particular from yesterday that we, from the Marcus Garvey celebration yesterday that we took away, and I forget the brother's name that was speaking. What was his name, Hakim?
Heru. Well, Heru was one of the names that he had.
Okay. And where's he from?
He is, I think for some reason I want to say Washington, D.C.
Okay. Well, something that stood out to me yesterday was the conversation between him and the brother regarding, what I want to say, sovereignty, kinda, in this country,
right,
or getting land in this country, and building, I guess, what do you want to call it, I guess, whatever in this country. I thought it was very interesting how he took more of an approach that we don't have to do it here, you know. We don't have to keep trying to force our way here when we could just go abroad and do all that, you know, same thing without the fight that we would have being here. So I thought that was kind of interesting take on that.
He's definitely a Pan-Africanist.
You know, which I would like to do that at some point. You know, I'd like to move my whole family and go to somewhere and out of the country, preferably, you know, somewhere in Africa. You know, I'd like to go, if I want to go visit Accra and see what that's like, you know what I mean? I've heard its pros and cons, but the pros and cons outweigh, in my opinion, the pros and cons, you know, in this country. When it comes to us as a people, you know.
Hey, you know, wherever you go, that's where you're going to be. So a lot of stuff that you take with you is what you're going to find. You know what I'm saying? So, because you're going to find love if you got it. You're going to find hate if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, we take ourselves wherever we go. And one of the pieces that I picked up was he was talking about this struggle that we are in is an international struggle. And we need to deal with it as such. And the key piece that for me that he brought out for Brother Asifa was that what they're doing now, they tried and attempted 30 years ago.
Yeah, that stood out to me too. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was deep.
And they've been doing, because you got to think about, when you talk about the Moorish Science Temple, we're talking about an organization that's approaching over 100 years old. You know, just because we're running into it right now, doesn't mean, or some people around here are just now running into it. You know what I'm saying? It's been around for over 100 years, so the whole sovereignty argument it has always been problematic, because the key piece of sovereignty, when you start talking about sovereignty, is that you have to be able to defend your sovereignty. America can say it's sovereign, and all other countries in the world can say it's sovereign because they are able to defend their borders. If you are not able to defend your borders and keep somebody from walking across them borders and just taking your shit, you're not sovereign. And I don't know nobody here in the United States. And then another issue with the sovereign piece is that they often lean on like treaties and laws that and that depend on the person with the power to abide by those treaties and laws.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And there is no benefit. See, because what we got to understand, when countries make treaties and laws, there are benefits, right? So if the government is enforcing something, you need to understand that government needs to enforce that because there's some type of benefit, or there's going to be a sizable punishment for what they do. And God and God being on your side and God going to punish them is not a big enough deterrent nowadays
Right.
to get somebody to respect some shit. So we got to be very clear about that. You know what I'm saying? And you know that. So I kind of.
It's never been for them. It's never been a deterrent for them.
You know, and so we have to really, when we go into those discussions, because I try to stay away from a lot of those discussions, because my issue is, boom, what can we get from this government? What can we do? Because no matter where we go, we're going to feel the hand of America. In Ghana right now, the hand of America is there. That is the center of the AFRICOM right now. America's there.
Right.
Asians are there. Indians are there. So it's an international piece. So no matter where we are, his argument was that we need to go and link up with people in different places, regardless of whether we moving or not. But we need to be able to operate as one large group. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that we have to work through in order to get to the point where we're able to work as one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of factors out there that we have to look at. So, kind of. Because one of the things...
as far as that sovereign piece, though, I was watching this documentary on Netflix called Dirty Money. You ever seen it?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it a movie or is it...
I think it's a series, six-piece series.
How many?
And there's one particular, 6 pieces to it, I think.
Okay.
And I think it was the second one was about this white dude who had was the head of this... what do they call it, that check, payday loan thing. And one of the ways he got around trying, like you borrow, he had a scheme going, you borrow $300, and then he would take $75 out your check every payday. And then all of a sudden people would see like hundreds of dollars coming out of their checks, and they would call, and in the fine print, it said, well, if you don't pay this loan off in 2 weeks, then we're going to charge you a renewal loan fee. So every month they would renew the loan for $75.
Wow.
So you really wasn't paying towards the loan. You was just paying the renewal fee and shit. It was crazy. So if you borrowed $300, you would end up paying back $990.
Right.
So that's against the RICO laws here. So these two did what the white dude did, and the only reason why I think they came after him, because all the people that called and complained, only one I heard from voice I could tell who was white and who was black, and a lot of white people called and complained about it because it was in the contract, because that's what they would say. Well, it's in your contract. If you would have read your contract, you would have saw it. But, nevertheless, the government came against him. But what he tried to do is he went to the Indians and said, so he could get around the laws here. And he said, I want to have a business with you. So the Indian tribe went into business with him, and he gave them 1% of the business. And this was $100-something million business he was getting every year. So the Indians got the 1% kickback off of that. But then he was able to, so this is the Indian ran business. However, what I found out, which I did not know, is the state, the sovereignty only applies at the state level. Federal government can come after you, sovereign or not. So that's how they all went down, because the feds came after them.
So
that sovereignty shit don't apply on the federal level.
You know what? Wow, I
did not know that.
Right. Hey, so now that throws a whole nother perspective on it. See, because each state is sovereign because the other states can't move in and just take their shit, and the federal government is there to protect all of that. Oh, okay, I dig that. All right, hey. So,
yeah, so they came after the Indian tribe, him, and you have to check it out, man. The brother killed himself because they came after them hardcore, took all their motherfucking shit. And they was facing life in prison.
He was facing life. Well, hold on.
Both of him and his brother were facing life in prison.
There was black people?
These people was killing people, man.
There was black people?
No, they was white folks that owned the check cashing scheme.
Okay.
But it was too many white people that they had screwed.
Right.
That kept calling and complaining, and they wasn't having that.
Oh, no.
So the federal government, they fell under the RICO law and the racketeering and stuff. So the federal government was able to come after them. And the Indian dude from the Indian tribe, he took a deal. Like, okay, I'll tell all y'all, I wasn't involved. This was really him type thing. So I don't think he had to do no jail time. The brother killed himself because he jumped off a building or some shit. Like, I can't take it. And then the other owner, he went to prison for 16 years.
All right. So let me send shouts out to Miss Keisha Harris. I see you out there. C-Lo. All right, family, we're about to do.
But let me get off. But I was just saying, sovereign piece. I never knew that the federal government didn't give a damn about your sovereignty.
Hey, they believe they God. They are the God.
All right, well, go ahead. Toast the ancestors. I'm about to get off here and let you do your thing.
Right. We're gonna toast these. We're gonna toast these ancestors today. We had a marvelous time. Anybody else that had some type of experience or something they want to share from yesterday or any other time, we had a great speaker. I mean, brother came in and really broke down the UNIA. He let people know that it was alive, well, and kicking. Matter of fact, he gave me 3 magazines of stuff in there. But I didn't do my show on Ujamaa because I was tired, and it's like sometimes you be connected. Sometimes because it was strange because as soon as I laid down, I received a call. I'm laying in the bed, I received a call, and it was a call of concern. I'm like, well, damn, I usually would be doing my show about this time. And one of the issues that's constantly popping up. This and one of the things I'm going so hard with Cleve and this gardening thing and making sure he has at least some basic skill that can be useful. Because for a long time, family, I was up under a wealth illusion. Let me call that right now. Not that I don't believe that it can be attained, but for a long time I pursued wealth. Now I wasn't striving to do nothing illegal. You know what I'm saying? But I was always trying to look for some way to get rich. And that rubbed off on my sons. And for years I struggled and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I write a book or I start a business or I take a new course and I wake up earlier or I stay up later. I try to sell more. I try to invent new things. I try to build a proper team. And for years, I did this. And it rubs off on my sons. So they automatically think, I'm talking about my older sons, so they're in pursuit of wealth and in their early 30s, and maybe even might rub off on my daughters. You know what I'm saying? The ones that spend a lot of time with me. And I know that it gets hard. And I knew that there was certain barriers there that were for me and those like me. And I never took a clear look at the barriers. Right? So now I have a fear that some of my so hold on, Sister Terry House said the universal ancestors know that wealth like that will take some of us off purpose, and I don't necessarily agree with that. Let me get to what I'm about to say. So I have sons that are troubled right now because in their 30s they have not. Is that a tree rat eating some of my damn... Hold on. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this crime. This is a goddamn tree rat eating my tomatoes. Would you look at that shit? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Then he gonna turn around, face me, and eat the damn tree. You better get up off my... Get out of here, you damn tree rat. Man, this is too much, man. Even the tree rats take advantage, right? Well, anyway, let me get back to my point. Let me get back to my point, family. So, now, I posted up something yesterday on my timeline from a brother by the name of Tone Talks. And what Tone Talks and Yvette Cornell constantly talk about on a regular basis, is the wealth disparity in America, right? And how it was developed. So a lot of my sons are sad because they can't do some of the stuff that they see other people doing. And because of the scruples that I may have put into them or may have helped them acquire, there's certain things that they will not do to get that shit. Now, some of them caught them scruples and some of them didn't, right? And they feel bad because they're not able to do it. But, I just want to send an apology out because, what bothers me is just like them, I can't turn around and help them. And it took me a long time to really, really understand why I can help them. Because now, family, I want y'all to, and I say this all the time, I want every last one of y'all to think about what wealth is. See, wealth is a generational thing. And when I trace my family line and I trace the wealth that I come from, it is zero. And there is a reason why it's zero. And if one of my sons is listening or somebody is out there right now with my son that listens to what I'm talking about or can plug them into some information so that they can understand it is not them. It's not them. I'm not saying stop hustling. Maybe even some of my nephews. I'm not saying stop hustling. I'm not saying stop working. I'm not saying stop dreaming. But I want you to understand that part of the reason that you were not able to be the next Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? Part of the reason that you were not able to be one of those big wigs, because of the wealth disparity you come from. So it's not all you, baby. That's all I need you to understand. Because once you get into the self-help stuff, right? The self-help stuff that's out there for everybody else. It's not out there for you. Right? Because it don't help you, because when you start looking at it, you can't help but after somebody telling you ain't hustling hard enough. And if you come from poverty, that means everybody around you wasn't hustling hard enough, which means that you got to get away from the environment that you in because the people around you wasn't hustling hard enough. And we got to understand the damage that some of this discussion has when it don't take into account the history of black folks in America. And I'm talking about specifically those of us that came from the background of enslavement. When you don't take that into account and you come talking to our community, what you do is you start making people feel guilty for shit that they didn't have anything to do with. My son is not in the position he's in right now because of who he is or because of his work ethic. He is where he is right now because his dad does not have the goddamn money to provide for him, because my dad didn't have the money to provide for me, and his dad didn't have the money to provide for him because motherfuckers took the shit that belonged to us. Shit burns me up because I got young people that I love that are in pain right now and feeling bad because they are not able to live a life that's being out there propagated for them, that they should be able to live because they're Americans, but they do not understand that they have never received their check to be an American citizen. Every motherfucking group in America has received some type of assistance, and we have never. As a matter of fact, we have allowed other people to jump in the front of the line of us. And I'm like, y'all family, that shit, it's time to stop. It's time to stop, and we need to be real with our children, family. Especially those of them that's trying to do the right thing. It's not all you, baby. It's not all you. You know what I'm saying? It's not you.